Headline news most affecting Chilliwack this week: homicide on Windsor, but the public is not at risk. A one-punch killer is back in the court system. Additional resources announced for complex care in the homeless. And the Chiefs are celebrating the Special Olympics. We'll have more in sports. Our special guests this week include Brigida Crosbie from Tydel Foods. All right, Chilliwack, let's get started. And our top story. Shots and sirens ringing out in the 9700 block of Windsor Street. This is east of downtown Chilliwack. This was around 6 o'clock Tuesday night and literally in the shadow of Little Mountain. One man is dead. The Mounties emphasizing that the public is safe. This was a targeted shooting. The name of the deceased man has not yet been released. As of broadcast time, iHit has taken over the investigation. If you have any information, you're asked to reach out to iHit through their social media. The Chilliwack Progress reporting that William Trevor Escott is back in the court system. He did not receive any jail time for killing Carlton Leith. That was in 2020, and at the time, he was high on the drug GHB. And the 42-year-old Escott, who was much larger than Leith, punched him just the one time. He fell back and cracked his skull. That was the injury that would prove fatal. Now, Escott is going to be back in court in March of the new year on domestic assault charges. Now, these are also known as K files. And for the time being, not much is known, but those details should be coming out in court when this trial starts in March. Homeless and housing-challenged people living in Chilliwack with complex mental health and substance use challenges are going to have access to enhanced services, as the province will be adding as many as 22 complex care housing spaces. This space will be at the 45,000 block of Trethewey Avenue, and previously announced part of the four-story building will have 49 units of supported housing, 22 spaces designed for complex care. Additionally, 42 shelter beds will be available for people in the community. Now, construction for the multi-use housing project is expected to be completed in about a year's time. The Ministry of the Attorney General, the Association of Legal Aid Lawyers, and Legal Aid BC have ratified an agreement under what's called the Shared Recovery Mandate. Negotiations were focused on wages and addressing legal and lawyer recruitment and retention challenges, particularly in remote locations and in family law, as well as professional development and a new policy agreement with the Association of Legal Aid Lawyers. We have an update on Tydel Foods and their challenge to help those in need who are facing food security issues. The owner-operator, Brigida Crosbie, has been in the business for a few years, but only in the Chilliwack downtown Patton Avenue location since February. Now, they do deliver. Their catchment is basically Abbotsford to the Okanagan. And from December the 15th to the 22nd, volunteers, along with Brigida, are going to be handing out free Christmas meals in Chilliwack. And they could do something for the Abbotsford area as well. Now, you are asked to donate side dishes, so potatoes, other veggies, stuffing, and gravy. Now, News of the Week caught up with Ms. Crosbie for an update. We'll have that interview in a few minutes' time. In their recent report to Chilliwack City Council, the Chilliwack Fair, represented by President Kathy Oss of the Chilliwack Agriculture Society, noted that the Chilliwack Fair, celebrating their 150th anniversary over the summer, started with an opening night concert and it attracted a crowd of about 2,000. So the 2022 attendance overall, a record-breaking 47,000 people over 3 days. That broke the 2019 record, which was about 40,000. And the rodeo, always controversial, also set attendance records. Ashwell House and the auction house and second-hand store that stood side by side on Victoria between Yonge and Nowell are no more. The major demolition now complete for those century-old buildings, and the cleanup is underway. chillTV learning that these two properties will become temporary parking for at least the next 2 years. Village of Harrison Hot Springs posting to Facebook on Monday that due to staff shortages, the Starlight Skating Rink concession is closed until further notice. Now, the rink is still open and maintained daily. It's free to access. Bring your own skates. The problem is you can't play hockey. Why? It's just not big enough. From juggling bowling balls to slicing vegetables in half with a flying playing card and cracking some jokes along the way, Alex Zerby, who is known as the professional Zaniac, has been performing on stage for about 15 years now. A Zaniac Christmas is the family-friendly show at the Chilliwack Cultural Center, December the 18th. There are still some tickets available for the show. Take in the fresh air and the nature on January 1st, New Year's Day. Ring in the new year with a leisurely guided walk around the Great Blue Heron Nature Reserve, complete with hot drinks and cookies. Walkers start at 1 o'clock in the Interpretive Center on Sumas Prairie Road. And for more information, all of that is up on the Great Blue Heron Facebook page. It's back after being off the rails due to COVID. The CP Holiday Train returns. The train will be raising money and food awareness for local food banks in communities along the CP network. So the train will be in Agassiz December the 17th, this Saturday at 5:30, and then the next night in Port Coquitlam, Sunday, December the 18th. After the break, our interview with Brigida Crosbie, and then we'll have a look at sports. News of the week with Brigida Crosbie, Tydel Foods. Now, we are always helping out those that are with food insecurity. We're going to get to that in a second. Now, Christmas, what are we doing now?
Oh, for Christmas, we have our Christmas meals. And from December 15th to December 22nd, we are handing out free Christmas meals. Those meals, we don't have turkey, but it'll be double smoked ham and prime rib. And we're asking the community to come together and donate mashed potatoes, vegetables, stuffing, gravy, anything that would go with a Christmas meal. And we have volunteers that have come forward, and they're going to put those meals together. We have a list of, we are almost at 600 people. So we have more than 600 meals going out into the community at this point.
And if anybody needs more information, reach out on the Facebook page?
Oh, for sure. They can go to Tydel Foods on Facebook, Tydel, and it's named after my two youngest daughters, Tiana and Delana.
Now, the other thing, too, is you guys have been around for a couple of years. You've been here since February. Just in Chilliwack, not in Abbotsford yet? Or
No, I'm so busy here. Yeah. No, not in Abbotsford yet, but we did do deliveries. We're just too busy now. Yeah. Basically, what we do is we put people over profit. Yeah. And so our prices reflect helping the community and helping all communities. We do deliver, though, into the Okanagan once or twice a month. Okay. And you can just come in here. This shop is for anybody to shop, just so you can continue to put the money back into your pocket for either rent or mortgage or medication, your children, your family. That's the most important. That's what we put forward.
So anyone from Chilliwack to Abbotsford to the Okanagan, Tydel Foods on the Facebook page.
Absolutely. We also have a seniors package that retails for $100. Some people in our community will leave us a tip on our debit machine. 100% of those tips go towards that package. So if you are a low-income senior and you are struggling, that package that will help you eat all month is actually $50. So that is a good way for us to help our community.
Brigida, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Don.
chillTV Sports this Friday. The Chilliwack Chiefs will be hosting Special Olympics Night. And a big thanks to DHK Construction for putting this together. Every Special Olympics athlete will receive 2 free tickets to the game. So if you want more information, email Haley at chilliwackchiefs.net to claim your tickets. And last week at the annual teddy bear toss between the toques, the mittens, and the blankets and the teddy bears, 3,500 to 4,000 units collected at the toss night. That's about 30 bags with about 150, quote, units in each bag. So a big thanks to you, the fans. BC Hockey League announcing AJ Lacroix will be representing the Chiefs at the league's top prospects game. That takes place this coming January. The game is part of the BC All-Star Weekend. 40 players split into 2 teams will compete against each other for 60 minutes to determine a winner in front of the fans and the pro scouts and NCAA coaches. Lacroix, a recent Michigan State commit, currently has 20 points so far in 24 games played. Now, staying with the BCHL, the editor of BCHL Network is Brian Weeb. It's a really good publication. And this week he wrote a rather scathing editorial. If you scan the list of players named to Canada West for this year's World Junior A Challenge, you won't find Penticton V's forward Bradley Nadeau, who is projected to be a 2nd or 3rd round pick for the NHL draft. Or you're going to see Salmon Arm forward Owen Beckner, Cranbrook forward Donovan Frias, and Chilliwack forward AJ Lacroix, as well as a couple of Penticton V's. All of that because those players can't play. You see, the BC Hockey League does not have an agreement with the Canadian Junior Hockey League. That expired a couple of years ago. Weeb is very critical that players like Lacroix are caught in the middle of, quote, hockey politics. Chilliwack Lake's Reece Howden finishing 9th at the December 9th men's FIS ski cross event at Val Thorens, France. His time was 1:05 with some change. His next scheduled race was this past Monday and Tuesday in Arosa, Switzerland. He won the silver. That's his first podium finish of the season. Next up for him, the Innichen World Cup. I hope I said that one right. That's scheduled for December 21st and the 22nd. The past weekend was the Spartan Swim Club Chilliwack Santa Swim Meet at the Chilliwack Landing Pool. The Spartans welcoming about 400 swimmers from 9 teams coming from everywhere, West Van, Vancouver, Delta, Coquitlam, Surrey, and Maple Ridge to the meet, and that was at the Chilliwack Landing Leisure Pool. A very successful meet for the local team with a number of first-place age group finishers and best timers as well. The competitive swimmers, anywhere from the ages of 8 to 18. Chilliwack Giants annual general meeting will be held in Monday, January the 16th at the Landing Sports Center. That'll be a 6 o'clock start. The AGM is to start planning the next season, but also some serious stuff, discussing the previous season, what went right and what could be improved. And this will also be when the Giants elect new board members. Now, if there are any aspects of the past season that you did not like, and you want to see some changes made, well, get involved on the board. That's the best way to see those things addressed. Coming up, we'll take a look at the weather. chillTV weather. Carrie Moore has the night off. We're not expecting snow for now, but it's going to feel like the North Pole. So sweaters, hoodies, parkas. Starting Sunday, we're headed for a deep freeze that could last 4 or 5 days. Highs, right now, we're looking at -5. Overnight lows of -15. Right now, a 50% chance of snow. School is out for winter break starting Monday. So if you have kids at home, play inside, maybe some Christmas movies to spend some quality time with your young ones. If you'd like to participate in reporting news in Chilliwack and you have a story you think we should know about, or you even have a photo or video, send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. We'd love to hear from you. That's the news this week. Don't forget to bundle up. Oh, and by the way, next Wednesday, it'll be the shortest day of the year, and then days get longer. Have a good one. I'm Don Lehn.